another really good night of hockey last night, if you could get it, which I'll get to later in the program. But another really good night of hockey here this early in the season. And I think there's several storylines coming out of the game, the least of which was the win, which is still a storyline and is remarkable that they're regular season-wise now even better than last year. And they're off to an even better start than they were last year. And it's remarkable how they keep winning these games and how good a lot of the games are. So, like, that's something we can talk about for sure. And we can talk about the Brad Marchand hit. That was it a penalty? Was it not a penalty? Is it suspendable? Is it not suspendable? Did he mean to do it? Did he not mean to do it? I think that's an interesting play from a pretty polarizing player. I want to get to that. But to me, the lead story of the game was Mason Lohrei. Have I pronounced that right?
I think it's Lohrei.
Mason Lohrei, the young defenseman. I think of all the young guys that have come up and played so far this year, and that's obviously Matt Patra and John Beecher and anyone else, I was most impressed by Lohrei last night. He, to me, popped the most of any of these guys. That is one smooth guy for 6'5", Mazz. 6'5", and that's a pretty smooth player right there with the puck. And not that he's some sort of like elite, I mean, he's like Cale Makar or anything like this. I'm just, for a guy who's 6'5", in his first game, to have that sort of poise with the puck and how smooth he was, he impressed me. He impressed me more than the other two. And so that's something we can talk about as well. But that's my opening take. Mazz, what's yours?
Actually, Murray, you go.
Sure. I saw this tweet today from, Hunter Renfroe talked to some local Raiders reporter and was asked about the changes in the coaches because Josh McDaniels was fired a few days ago. And he said, well, no more walking on eggshells. Just have fun playing football again, not walk on eggshells everywhere. Just go out there and enjoy playing like we're kids. And he talks about Antonio Pierce, the interim head coach, who used to be a player, and how fun it is and how the vibes have been better and blah, 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 blah. And I just think it lends credence to why you would not want Josh McDaniels back here. We thankfully haven't been inundated with a lot of calls or emails about bringing him back, but I do feel like there are some people like, yeah, he's going to come back here. Chest checkers. He's being paid for. McDaniels could fix Mac Jones. Why would you want him back? When are people going to be done with recycling the same thing over and over and over again? It's been 20-plus years of Bill and Friends, and it's wash, rinse, repeat, and it's the same old thing, and nothing changes. I don't know why you'd want this guy back here. He's one more guy that was made by Brady. Without him, it's not good. Cam Newton offense, 27th in the NFL when he was here. Mac Jones, those first 8 games in his rookie season, good. Then he fell off the cliff once the rest of the NFL figured it out. He ran that Raiders offense. He brought in all his guys and ex-Patriots, coaching staff, on-field talent. How did it look? It's just one more illusion. Josh is one more illusion that was brought to you by Tom Brady. So if you want more of this, I think you're nuts. It's the same issue, I think, with what's going on with ownership and Bill Belichick. They're just kind of afraid to part ways. You're still stuck in the past, and you're afraid of change. You should not want Josh McDaniels back here.
Anthony.
Okay, so yesterday, Craig Breslow was introduced as the new head of baseball operations for the Red Sox over at Fenway Park. We spent some time on that. Here's something we didn't spend a ton of time on. That is the relationship between Breslow and Alex Cora. It failed in the last relationship at the top of the Red Sox baseball operation. Obviously, Chaim Bloom and Alex Cora did not get along. They did not see eye to eye. Will these two? I don't know. Much has been made of the relationship between Breslow and Cora. The fact that they were teammates back in the early part of the 2000s, 2006, I think it was. So it occurred to me, we played the sound yesterday of what Breslow said about Cora, but just to refresh your memory, let's play it again, at least this part. Go ahead, Jimmy.
He's someone for whom I have great admiration and appreciation and a long-standing relationship with.
Okay. Great respect and admiration and a long-standing relationship with. Funny. What did Alex Cora say about it, Jimmy?
And I know it was a brief time, but what do you remember about being his teammate?
Not much. Yeah, not much.
All a blur.
Not much, to be honest. Yeah. It was a blur in 07 especially.
Yep. Oh, no, it was a blur. I don't remember much, frankly. I don't even remember the guy being here, is what Cora said, which I wouldn't blame him for. You know how many appearances Craig Breslow had with the Red Sox in 2006?
Oh, a bunch, right?
13.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was then the next run. He had a bunch.
Right, and Cora wasn't here for that.
Uh-huh.
Cora was gone by then. So their only overlap actually wasn't in 07, as Cora said. It was in 06. It was for a half season, and Breslow appeared in 13 games. I asked myself when they made this move, did those guys ever play together? And the fact is, they barely did. So again, let's play let's play Cora first this time. Again, this is Cora.
And I know it was a brief time, but what do you remember about being his teammate?
Not much. Yeah, not much.
All a blur.
Not much, to be honest. Yeah, it was a blur in 07 especially.
And now let's play Breslow.
He's someone for whom I have great admiration and appreciation and a long-standing relationship with.
Okay, long-standing relationship with. Huh. But Cora doesn't seem to remember him at all, really. So you know what I call? Bullcrap is what I call bullcrap, because clearly Breslow doesn't really have any relationship with Alex Cora, which concerns me because neither did the last guy. And they ended up backstabbing each other down the stretch. So can this thing work? I don't know. Breslow was asked yesterday about Alex Cora and said he's our manager for 2024. So let's see if Cora gets an extension before the season. I'm not convinced he's going to, which then tells me that Cora is sort of auditioning for his job in 2024, at least as it pertains to Craig Breslow.
He just has 1 year left this year?
Yep. So I don't know if ownership sold it to Breslow as keep him for a year and then you decide, or what. Now, this could all change and Cora could get an extension, in which case I think it's ownership forcing him on Breslow. But it doesn't feel to me. I just found that contrast striking.
Oh, yeah.
Long-standing relationship, according to Breslow. Cora says, I don't remember much about him being a teammate at all.
Good one. Ha! I was under the impression that Breslow was going to work for Cora.